What is up, everyone? It's Jeff back at the show floor at EVO 2018. I'm standing here in front of a game that I can't believe it's here, but I'm very happy it is. The two funkiest aliens in the galaxy are back. Toejam and Earl back in the groove. I'm here with Matt from Human Nature Games, producer, release manager. Matt, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. How you doing?
I'm a lot happier because this Toejam and Earl is a Toejam and Earl I remember from my youth. This is a lot like the first Toejam and Earl.
Well, Greg Johnson, one of the two original creators of the original game, is the CEO of Human Nature Studios, and he was the lead designer on this new project, and he really wanted to make sure that it had the same soul and energy of the original game, and I think that he's captured that.
So for those who may not know what Toejam and Earl is, what is this game?
Well, a simple explanation might be not doing it justice, but basically it is a cooperative roguelike where, at least with the first game, it was up to 2 people, but now up to 4 people can explore Earth, and you're looking for your crashed spaceship pieces. And as you're exploring, you're going to run into all these crazy Earthlings, interesting different mini games. It's a lot like roguelikes like Enter the Gungeon or Binding of Isaac, but a lot less competitive and killing enemies, and more about exploring and avoiding enemies, and a lot of funny, unique, interesting situations that happen.
Now, this game has had a history as far as the development cycle has gone. So talk about how the game first came around and the hurdles and the triumphs and tribulations of getting Toejam and Earl back in the groove.
Yeah, so I've only joined the studio pretty recently, but when the game was originally kickstarted, it was kickstarted and had a pretty successful Kickstarter, raised over $500,000. But for a game of this size, like, you need a little bit more than that for the dev cycle length that it took. And so we ended up partnering with Adult Swim Games, but just recently we announced that we're no longer working with Adult Swim Games. We're actually self-publishing again, and we're super excited about that because now we can show people, like, we kind of had to work a bit in silence for the last couple years, and now that we are completely indie, we can say and show whatever we want, and so now we can show people the game and how it looks and get feedback. And right now the game is in closed beta. We've been getting some really great feedback from lifelong fans, and it's really been helping us shape and balance the game as we come close to release.
Now, we see that there's drop-in, drop-out co-op, up to 4 players, some mini games. Now, 6 characters at launch, or at least 6 unlocked here, 9 total, and then future DLC plans?
Yeah, so we feel like this game could do a lot more than it's doing right now in terms of new modes and features and new enemies. So we definitely are hoping that if the game does well, we can work on some DLC to add new characters, new enemies. This is a roguelike, so we want to continue to improve upon it and change it. And if you look at games like Binding of Isaac, they're able to dramatically change the game with each update. And so we would love to continue to do that. If the fan base is there and if they demand it, that's what we want to do as well.
So what's the feedback been as far as the fan base, like, gravitating towards? Obviously, we're in a fighting game convention. What's the feedback been here thus far?
I mean, the feedback's been really good. I think that at the end of the day, people feel like this is a true successor to the original game, that it has that same heart, but also introduces a lot of new elements, like the amped presence, new enemies, new kind of play styles, that it isn't just a copy of the original game. It definitely has its own voice. So I think that there's still work to do, and we're hoping to get those last bugs squashed before the game comes out. And we may have to continue fixing some bugs and adding some new features in the coming months. But I think that we have gotten the feedback that the core gameplay feels right, and that it feels like a genuine Toejam and Earl experience. And so that usually to me feels better than knowing that there's no bugs or anything like that.
Now, are you Team Toejam or Team Earl?
I've always actually been Team Toejam. Yeah, I know. I'm kind of a loud guy. I'm kind of annoying, and Toejam is kind of like that. He's a bit too much. He's got a good heart, but sometimes he gets in trouble. And Big Earl is kind of more of that quiet, like, nice teddy bear kind of dude, and that's not me. I'm more of a Toejam guy. Yeah.
No, I'm hashtag Team TJ all the way. So no more suspense. When's this coming out? When can we get our hands on it? How do we get my hands on it?
Well, it's going to be coming out for basically every platform, so PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and Steam, for PC and Mac, and hopefully Linux, as long as there's no issues there. It's going to be coming out before Thanksgiving, and probably no sooner than October, the beginning of October. So sometime in that range. We're just kind of locking down right now the correct date, because releasing a game in the AAA season, if you do it on the wrong week, could be death. So we're picking that out and making sure that we pass all of our certification. But we are bound to release the game before Thanksgiving, and the game is basically ready to go. So we're just kind of doing our final stuff there. So yeah, stay tuned. Probably around PAX, we're going to be announcing the release date and what consoles and what regions. Like, for instance, we're not going to do Japan at launch. We're not going to do like China at launch. We're only going to do so just stuff like that. We're going to announce all that stuff soon.
One step at a time, for sure. But that's Toejam and Earl back in the groove. Matt, thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of EVO.
Thank you.
Everybody, Bacon.com. Don't forget, stay here and stay tasty.
Cool. That was my first interview as representative of the company.